There are little annoyances in your daily routine that you've probably accepted as just the way things are. And then there are gadgets that quietly solve them without feeling like cheap gimmicks. Before we jump in, take a second to check the links in the description for the best deals on everything mentioned, because we're about to break down 7 items that could easily earn a permanent spot in your pocket or everyday bag. Speaking of practical solutions, here's the coolest USB drive that can transfer a 4 GB file in under 5 seconds. The Dockcase Pocket M2 drive is appropriately named because it's actually pocketable, smaller than AirPods, but packed into a metal shell that can handle real abuse. That metallic backing acts as a heatsink, which matters because this thing moves data fast enough to generate some serious heat in such a tiny package. The drive uses newer, smaller storage technology, which is interesting from a technical standpoint, but pair it with their included data cable, and you might never wait for large files to transfer again. Unlike other drives that corrupt when you accidentally yank them out, the dock case has a built-in battery that lets it shut down properly, so your important files stay intact. It's small enough and cool enough that you'll want to attach it to your keys just to show off, but it also fits in any pocket without you even noticing it. Let's talk tools for a minute. The tough-built scraper utility blade might honestly be the only cutting tool you'll ever need to buy, and it pulls off something most utility blades can't. It also works as a scraper. Utility knives are everywhere, but finding one with this level of versatility actually feels useful. The scraper feature is shockingly effective on those stubborn label stickers that seem engineered to ruin your day, and watching it peel them off is weirdly satisfying. The body is thick and rugged, with a textured rubber coating and solid finger grips, so ToughBuilt basically built a tank that cuts through almost anything while casually doubling as a pry tool. Flip it over and there's an extra pry bar on the bottom, because apparently one wasn't enough. You can toss this thing around without worrying. It's clearly made to take abuse, and blade changes are fast and painless. It's hefty enough to double as a fidget toy too, although that's probably not the smartest thing to play with during a meeting. Let's kick things off with something that sounds boring, but absolutely isn't. The Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. They come in a case that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie, and setup is so easy, you'll be blocking out the world in seconds. Active noise canceling is the real hero here, perfect for locking in at work or at least looking like you are. The smart twist? An adaptive mode powered by AI that detects when someone starts talking to you and automatically dials back the noise canceling. Of course, if your workplace thrives on constant interruptions, you might just keep ANC cranked all day. The companion app is packed with deep customization, and the auto sound detection alone is slick enough to finally get your office crush to notice you. Everything feels premium. Magnets snap things into place. You get 3 ear tip sizes so they pass even the most aggressive shake test, and they stay right where they should. There are built-in LEDs that don't really do anything, but they look cool, and sometimes that's reason enough. Gesture controls are fully customizable. They're water resistant, and they slip easily into any pocket or bag, because somehow you'll always find an excuse to have them on you. Winter is already here, and if you live somewhere that gets actually cold, you know the pain of trying to keep your hands usable outside. The Okupa magnetic hand warmers fix that problem without making you look like you bought a sketchy gadget from a gas station. They come in a clean, all-black design, feel solid instead of cheap, and the magnetic split feature is genuinely smart. Each warmer has its own power button with 4 heat levels, although level 1 is already more than warm enough for most situations. The rounded shape, with no sharp edges, makes them comfortable to hold, and the size feels familiar, so using them never feels awkward. Here's the underrated bonus. Each half doubles as a 5,000 milliamp portable power bank. If you're carrying an Android phone, that means you've got emergency battery power that also keeps your hands warm. It's not lightning fast charging, but having the option is way better than having none at all. The split design lets you tuck warmth anywhere on your body, and sharing is always an option when someone else is freezing. When you're done, they snap back together magnetically for easy storage, and since both fit easily in your palm, they disappear into any pocket. It's one of those smart, practical ideas that makes you wonder why more companies don't think like this. Moving from practical to downright addictive, the Studio Neat Mark 1 pen delivers one of the most satisfying clicks you'll ever hear from a writing instrument. Forget being productive, you'll spend the first 10 minutes just clicking it over and over, mildly irritating everyone nearby, while your ears celebrate every snap. Come on! And when you finally decide to put it to actual use, it writes incredibly smooth, feels perfectly balanced, and has that reassuring weight that just screams quality. The full metal construction with a matte black finish gives it a sleek, durable design that could easily outlive your notebook collection. The mechanism uses magnets, which explains both the ultra-clean click and that premium, mechanical feel. It's not exactly an impulse buy at this price, but the craftsmanship makes a strong case that this might be the last pen you ever purchase. Sometimes, spending more upfront means owning something that performs flawlessly for decades, instead of cycling through cheap replacements every few months. Meet the Laptimo Z2, your go-to assistant when one screen just isn't enough for a serious workflow. Right away, you'll notice it comes with two 17-inch 4K displays that are fully compatible across platforms and devices, plus an adjustable display bracket so you can dial in the perfect screen height. You can also tweak the viewing mode and angles to match exactly how you like to work. Once the bracket base is unfolded, it forms a Y-shaped support structure that keeps everything stable and secure. That smart design doesn't just add balance, it also acts as a heat dissipation platform for your laptop. The laptop's own weight reinforces the base, adding even more stability. And even with all this functionality packed in, the entire setup stays surprisingly lightweight, so moving it from office to home is effortless. If you've ever wished you could mount your iPhone on some oddly shaped object, and let's be real, we've all had that moment, the Canon Ustance Plus is basically an octopus arm for your phone. It snaps on using MagSafe, features a metal body with grippy rubber feet, and has multiple hinges that let you twist your phone into positions that would make a contortionist uncomfortable. This thing can work like a mini gimbal, hang off table edges for better video calls, double as a selfie stick without the wrist fatigue, and wrap itself around edges, trays, or even fences. It can also turn into a car mount, whether that means clipping into air vents or, if you're driving something truly ancient, sliding into the CD player slot. And when all else fails, you can literally wrap the entire thing around a pole. The creative options feel endless. You can build your own grip handle if you're terrible at holding things, and it easily ranks as one of the most versatile iPhone stands out there. Using it feels like playing with building blocks every time you set your phone down. The trade-off is the extra bulk and weight attached to your phone, but it folds flat, and the sheer functionality might make that extra metal totally worth carrying around. The security cam is truly in a league of its own. Paint Cam is a next-level, paintball-powered security system that responds instantly to intruders by firing non-lethal paintballs designed to stop trouble in its tracks. The moment someone steps into your front yard or backyard, you get an instant alert and a live view to see whether it's a friend, a delivery driver, or someone who shouldn't be there. From there, the choice is yours on whether to take action. You can tailor your defense with different paintball options, ranging from bright deterrent colors to tear gas rounds and even invisible UV markers for identification later. Backed by AI-powered recognition, Paint Cam can tell the difference between pets and people, real threats and familiar faces, constantly learning and improving over time. Now that's what I call proactive home defense. Let's talk about organizing your keys without sounding like a janitor doing laps down the hallway. The Jibon Key Organizer takes a smarter route with a soft leather exterior and a slick spin-to-reveal mechanism, all packed into a slim profile. What really makes it stand out is the total absence of visible screws on the outside, giving it a clean, sophisticated look that even shows up in the premium packaging. Setup is simple. Stack your keys, secure one side with the screw, then snap the other side into place. The square screw design keeps everything locked at the exact tension you set, so it won't loosen over time. You can easily operate it one-handed to find the right key and slide it into place. The leather wrap is wide enough to fully conceal standard keys, making it one of the few organizers that won't scratch your phone when they share a pocket. It's quiet compared to jangling loose keys. Each key stays exactly where you left it, and it's compact enough for any pocket while keeping things perfectly tidy. There's even an extension rod for up to 9 keys if you collect them like rare vintage wine. Add in the optional tool insert with a hidden bottle opener and file, plus a removable D-ring or retractable lanyard, and it's basically a key system, not just a key holder. If you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe for more smart gadgets every week, and I'll see you in the next video.